Hi everyone, welcome back to Study Smart channel. In this video, we are going to discuss Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 2 version 2 February-March 2024. The marks for this paper is 70 marks. Let's start. The night bus runs from 21:50 which is 9:50 pm to 05:18 which is 5:18 am the next day. Work out the number of hours and minutes that the night bus runs. So we need to find the time. Okay, how long the night bus run from one day to the next day. And your answer should be in hour and minute. Alright, let's find the time. So for the first day, it started at 9:50 pm until 12 am. And then it continues the journey until 5:18 am the next day. Okay, so 9:50 pm, we can actually have a limit over here until 10 pm first. Okay, let's find the time difference between 9:50 pm to 10 pm. Okay, you know it's actually 10 minutes. Okay, in between 9:50 to 10 pm is 10 minutes. From 10 pm to 12 am, okay, it's actually 2 hours. And then from 12 am to 5:18 am is 5 hours 18 minutes. Okay, now all we have to do is just plus everything together. So you will get 5 hours plus with 2 hours is 7 hours. 18 minutes plus with 10 minutes is 28 minutes. Done. Square root of 5.76 plus with 2.8 cube. Okay, let's use our calculator to solve for this. Square root of 5.76 plus with 2.8 cube. Okay, when you use your calculator, make sure you put the bracket or put the cube and also the square root correctly. Okay, then only you will get the correct answer. So the answer for this is 24.352. Alright, let's move to the number 3. Okay, simplify 4m plus 7,8 minus m plus 3,8. Collect the similar terms. Okay, 4m minus m and also 7k plus 3k. You should get 3m plus 10k. Okay, that's your final answer, 3m plus 10k. Alright, number 4. The diagram shows the net of a cuboid with the base shaded. The length of the cuboid is 10 cm, width is 4 cm, height is 5 cm. Write down the values of each of A, B, and C and D. Okay, so cuboid, how does a cuboid looks like? Okay, so let's draw a cuboid. Okay, so this is the shape of a cuboid. Alright, now let's label the measurement on the cuboid. The length is mentioned 10 cm, the width is 4 cm, and then the height is 5 cm. Okay, so they shade the base, so let's shade the base as well. Okay, so the base is at the bottom over here. So the base is 10 cm and 4 cm. So which means the base over here 10 cm, okay, and then this one is 4 cm. Alright, and you can see that the part at over here, okay, this part, let's label it as M. Okay, the part over here, when you look at the 3D diagram of the cuboid, is actually representing the behind part. Okay, the behind surface of the cuboid. Okay, if the behind surface of the cuboid, the measurement should be 10 by 5, right? Because here 10, so of course here also 10, so of course on top also 10 cm. So 10 by 5 cm, so 10 cm, this one is 5 cm. So with that you know the value of D equals to 9 centimeter. D equals to 9 centimeter. Okay, now so if here 5 cm, here 5 cm, 5 cm, 5 cm, 5 cm, and here yes 10 cm, B also 10 cm, so you know the value of B 10 cm. Alright, now let's find out which part is this one. Okay, this one I label as K, where the K is actually located. So if you compare the 2D diagram with the 3D diagram, we know that K is actually over here. Okay, because it's just near the base. Okay, you need to have contact with the base and also with the behind surface. Okay, so you can see that the K over here have contact with the behind surface, and then when you fold the K, it will have contact with the base. Okay, so K is that one. So K, the measurement will be 4 centimeter, 5 centimeter. Alright, so here is already 5 centimeter, so here should be 4 centimeter, 4 centimeter. Okay, so now let's look at this one, this part over here on top. Okay, this part I label as L. Okay, where does the L located? Okay, if we fold this 2D diagram of the cuboid, we know that, okay, the base is here, then this is the behind part, which is here. Okay, this one is the behind part, and then we have the side surface, okay, the K, and then K, and then after that we have this one big surface over here. This big surface, is it the top surface or the front surface? Okay, when we see this is actually, when you see properly, you will know that this surface is actually referring to the front surface, it's not top. Okay, this is actually front. If front surface means the measurement should be 10 by 5. Okay, yes, it's actually 10 by 5, correct, right? 10 by 5 is actually referring to the front surface, which is here, the front surface, 10 by 5 centimeter. If this is front surface, of course L will be your top surface. Top, where is the top? Top is this one, okay, the top. Okay, if this is top, sorry, okay, if this is top, the measurement should be 10 by 4 centimeter. Okay, the length is 10, then the width is 4 centimeter. So 10 by 4 centimeter, which means that your C is 4 centimeter, 10 by 4 centimeter, and then lastly this one is okay, and then after that we have another surface over here, which is 5 by 4 centimeter. Okay, this surface over here referring to the side surface over here, 5 by 4 centimeter. So your A will be 10 plus 4 plus 4, which is equals to 18 centimeter. Alright, question number 5. There are 20 cars in a car park and 3 of the cars are blue. James wants to draw a pie chart to show this information. Find the angle of the sector of the blue cars in the pie chart. So first of all, we should know the total angle for a pie chart is 360 degree. Okay, so he wants to draw a pie chart for the blue car. So we need to find the angle of the sector. So it could be something like this. Okay, this could be the blue car. So we need to find what is the angle over here. Okay, what is the angle over here? So to find that, you need to take the total amount of blue cars divided by the total number of cars, which is 20 times with 360. Okay, when you do this, you will get the answer for this question, for the angle of the sector, which is equals to 54 degree. Okay, 54. Okay, next, one of the 20 cars is picked at random and the probability that this car not blue. Okay, not blue. So out of 3 cars over here, okay, 3 cars are blue just now, right? So means those that not blue is 17 cars. Okay, 17 are not blue. Okay, because out of 20, 20 minus 3 is 17. So you need to find the probability. So 17 over 20 is your answer. Okay, question number 6. Write AB as a column vector. Okay, you need to go from A to B. So from A to B, so the first, if you want to write your column vector, it will be X. Over here is Y. Okay, X movement and Y movement. So your X movement, it can only move to the right or to the left. If it move to the right, it will be positive value. If it move to the left, it will be a negative value. So from A to B, first you move at the X direction. So it will move to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 units it moved to the left. So your X value will be negative 10. So your Y value will be 1, 2, 3. 3 values it move to the up. So your Y value will be positive 3. So your answer is negative 10, 3. Okay, question number 7. As the temperature increases, the number of people who go swimming increases. Okay, temperature increase, number of people who go swimming increase. Write down the type of correlation that this statement describe. Okay, correlation can be positive correlation or negative correlation. It can be strongly positive or strongly negative. Okay, so you see over here they mention temperature increase, people go for swimming increases. So it is a positive correlation. So we don't need to mention whether it's a strongly positive correlation or weakly positive correlation because there is not enough information. Okay, what we know that it is a positive correlation. So if you draw a graph, okay, for temperature and the number of people go for swimming. Temperature in the x-axis, the number of people go for swimming. Swimming is y-axis. So as the temperature increase, the number of people go for swimming will be increased. So the graph will be going upwards. Okay, positive gradient. Alright, question number 8. The nth term of a sequence is n square minus 3. Find the first 3 terms of this sequence. Okay, first 3 terms means your n is equals to 1, n equals to 2, n equals to 3. Okay, substitute this n equals to 1, 2 and 3 into this equation to find the first 3 terms of the sequence. Okay, when n equals to 1, your equation will be 1 square minus 3, okay, which is equals to negative 2. N equals to 2, 2 square minus 3, which is equals to 1. N equals to 3, 3 square minus 3, which is equals to 6. So your first term is negative 2, 1. Second term is 1. Third term is 6. Alright, these are the first 5 terms of a different sequence. Find the nth term of this sequence. Okay, sequence, we have 2 types of sequence. First is arithmetic progression. Second one is geometric progression. Okay, arithmetic means there will be having a common difference. Okay, between one term to another term there will be common difference. Geometric means there will be a common ratio. Okay, so first of all we need to identify whether this sequence is arithmetic sequence or geometric sequence. Okay, so 1, 3, 9, 27, 81. So if it is a arithmetic sequence, it need to have a common difference. So 1 plus with 2 is 3. 3 plus with 2, is it 9? No. So this sequence not having a common difference, so it's not a arithmetic progression. Okay, let's check whether it's a geometric progression or not. Okay, so it should have a common ratio, right? Okay, 3 divided by 1 is 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 27 divided by 3 is, 27 divided by 9 is 3. 81 divided by 27 is 3. So, of course, it's a geometric progression. Okay, the equation to find the nth term of a geometric progression is an equals to a1 r n minus 1. Okay, so a1 is your first term. Your first term is 1. Okay, r is the ratio is 3, and just leave it as an n because they mentioned n term. Okay, they didn't mention a constant, so just leave it as an n minus 1. So your n term of this sequence is 3rn minus 1. This is the answer. Okay, alright, number 9, the line y equals to 2x minus 5 intersect line y equals to 3 at point P. Find the coordinates of P. Okay, so they intercept. So intercept means y equals to 2x minus 5. Second equation is y equals to 3. So you can solve by substitution. Okay, this is your second equation. This is your first equation. Substitute 2 into 1. Okay, when you substitute equation 2 into 1, you will get 3 equals to 2x minus 5. Now, can you solve for x? Yes, you can solve for x. So, how to solve for x? 3 plus 5 divided by 2 is your x. X equals to 4. If x equals to 4, your y equals to 2, 4 minus 5. Y equals to 3. So, the coordinate of P is 4, 3. Alright, question number 10. The diagram shows a trapezium PQRS. Calculate the area of the trapezium. Okay, what is the equation for area of the trapezium? A equals to half B plus A times with H. Okay, so H is 3.8. This is your A, this is your B. Okay, A and B can interchange, no problem. So half equals to a plus b, 5.3 plus 8.7 times h is your 3.8. Find the answer. Okay, the answer is 26.6 cm square. Okay, question number 11. Without using a calculator, work out. You must show all your working and give your answer as a fraction in the simplest form. Okay, so the first one is mixed number. Okay, mixed number change to improper fraction times and plus. So you will get 5 over 4. Okay, 5 over 4 minus 5 over 6. When you want to minus or plus a fraction, you need to make sure the denominator are same. So in order to make the denominator same, this one you times with 6, this one 6, this one times with 4, this one times with 4. So you will get 30 minus 20 over 24, which is equals to 10 over 24. They are asking your answer in a fraction, but it need to be in the simplest form. So 10 over 24, you can make it even simpler by factorizing it using time table 2. So if you divide 10 by 2 is 5, this one is 12. So your answer will be 5 over 12. Question 12. Farid spins a 3-sided spinner with sides labeled A, B and C. The probability that the spinner lands on C is 0.35. Farid spins the spinner 40 times. Calculate the number of times he expects the spinner to land on C. So, if we spin the spinner for one time only, so there is a probability it will land on C around 0.35. So, when we spin the spinner for 40 times, what is the probability that the spinner can land on C? Okay, in order to find this, we need to times 0.35 times with 40. So, your answer will be 14 times. Okay, this is the final answer. Alright, let's move to next question. Question 13. The bearing of B from A is 107 degree. Okay, calculate the bearing of A from B. Okay, let's draw first the information given. So, we have bearing of A. Okay, this is A. And then here we have B. So, A to B is 107 degree. Okay, so this is our B. Okay, our B over here. We need to find from B to A. Okay, from B to A. So, remember the bearing, it will always move in a clockwise position. Okay, clockwise position. So, if you want to find this angle over here, what you need to do, you need to know this angle first. What is this angle? Okay, if you see these both lines are parallel. So, if parallel means in order for you to find this angle over here, 180 minus 107, it's equals to 73. So, the angle over here is 73. If this one is 73, we know that one circle is 360. So, 360 minus 73, you will get the bearing of A from B. 287. The answer is 287 degree. Question 14. A train 1750 meters long is travelling at 55 km per hour. Calculate how long it will take for the whole train, to completely cross a bridge that is 480 meters long. Give your answer in second, correct to the nearest second. So, which means that train is actually 1750 meter long, and then it is crossing a bridge which is 480 meter long. So, if you want to know the total time for the whole train, means the part of the train, all the parts of the train need to completely cross the bridge. So, if the whole part of the train need to completely cross the bridge, means you need to add up the length of the train with the length of the bridge. Okay, 1750 meter plus with 480 meter. So, you will get the total length, it will be 2230 meter. Okay. So, now the question is asking how long it will take. So, they are asking for the time. So, we know the formula. Okay, we know this formula, speed equals to distance over time. Speed equals to distance over time. Okay, so the speed is 55 km per hour. Your distance is 2230 meter, but we want to convert to kilometers. So if you convert to kilometer, you just move move 3 places to the left, so you will get 2.23 kilometer, and then you can find your time. Okay, time is in the hour. Okay, your time will be 2.23 divided by 55, so equals to 2.23 divided by 55 kilometer per hour, 0.04054 hour. The question is asking to convert to second. So 1 hour equals to 3600 seconds. So your answer should be 145.96. Okay, this is your second, but the question is asking in nearest second. So your answer is 146 seconds. Okay. Question 15. Describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A onto triangle B. Okay, so we have our triangle A over here, and then we have triangle B over here. So we need to see what is the transformation for both of these triangle. Okay, so when you look at the triangle A and B, you can see that the size of the triangle A is actually similar to the size of the triangle B. Okay, so means that it's not an enlargement. Okay, it could be a rotation, or it could be a reflection, or it could be a translation. Okay, now when you look at the triangles, both the triangles, so you can see that they are actually mirrored to each other. Okay, triangle A and triangle B are mirrored to each other, which means that it is a reflection. Okay, so if it is a reflection, we need to know what is the line of reflection, at which line that both the triangle A and triangle B are mirroring to each other. So to find that, you just calculate the distance between triangle A to triangle B. So the distance will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, they are apart from 6 unit. Okay, they are 6 unit apart from each other. So if they are 6 unit apart from each other, means the line of the reflection should be at the center, which is 3 unit apart from triangle B, and also 3 unit apart from triangle A. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is the line. This is the line of reflection. Okay, let's draw your line of reflection. Alright, so your line of reflection is x equals to -2. That's your answer will be it is a reflection at x equals to -2. Okay, so when you answer this, you will get your 2 marks. Okay, now let's look at A2, triangle A onto triangle C. Alright, so we have our triangle A here, and then triangle C. So when you look at both of these triangle, right, you know that they are actually different in size, right? Okay, so if you check the units of the size of the triangle A is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, but the triangle C is only 1, 2. So when you look at this, you know that it's not a rotation, it's not a translation, not a reflection, but it is a enlargement. Okay, we already know it is an enlargement because the size are different. Okay, when it comes to enlargement, something important is you need to know the scale factor. Okay, enlargement with a scale factor of what? Another one is the center of enlargement. These two is important. Okay, so let's find the scale factor. Just now when we see the triangle A and triangle C, we know that triangle A is actually 4 units, right? This one, when we calculate the distance, is 1, 2, 3, 4. But the same line at triangle C is actually 1, 2 only. So means the image, which is triangle C, has been shrink by 2. Okay, so the scale factor is 1/2. Why 1/2? The object just now was 4 and then image was only 2. So 4 times 1/2 is 2. Okay, so the scale factor is 1/2. So now let's look at the center of enlargement. Okay, how to find the center of enlargement? So in order to find the center of enlargement, take the same points at the object and also image. Okay, same point at the object and also image, and then you draw lines connecting them. Draw a straight line connecting the points. Okay, so same goes to here. Draw straight line connecting the points. Okay, when you draw the straight line, you can get the center of enlargement. Okay, the point at which it is intersecting, it is the center of enlargement. Okay, so this is the center of enlargement, -3 and -4. Okay, so your center of enlargement coordinate is -3, -4. Okay, so by doing this, you will get your marks, 3 marks. Okay, let's look at B. Draw the image of triangle A after a rotation 90° clockwise brought on 3. Okay, let's look, use a different color. Okay, blue. So the center of rotation is 1, 3. So where is the coordinate? 1, 3. Okay, it's over here. Okay, so this is your center of rotation. So the rotation is clockwise 90°. So before you find your image, okay, we need to draw a line connecting one point from the triangle A to the center of rotation. Okay, draw a straight line. Okay, now you know that the rotation is 90° clockwise. Clockwise means it should move like this, right? Okay, because it is a 90°, so it will end up over here. Okay, so your first point for your image, okay, after the rotation is at 0, 3. Okay, it's over here, 0, 3. This is your first point. Okay, now you need to do the same thing for the other 2 points. Okay, let's look at the second point over here. Okay, this point. Okay, so we draw a straight line from the point to the center of rotation. Okay, draw straight line. Okay, you draw the straight line ready. So now let's see what is the distance of the point of the triangle to the center of rotation. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they are 5 unit apart. So which means that your new point also should be 5 unit apart from the center of rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your new point will be over here. Okay, so it's over here. So your new point will be -4, 3. Okay, so now we already find a second point for the triangle. So now just left with the last point of the triangle, which is this point. Okay, so we know that from this point we need to draw a straight line connecting from that point to your center of rotation. Okay, to your center of rotation, draw a straight line. Okay, and then from this straight line you need to draw another line at 90° clockwise. Okay, if 90° clockwise, okay, how to draw this one? You just calculate the horizontal and vertical distance. Okay, so the horizontal distance from this point to the center of rotation is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the vertical distance is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they are just 4 by 4. So when you want to draw the line after the rotation, it should be 4 by 4 also. Okay, so if 4 by 4, it should be around somewhere around here maybe. Okay, so now just calculate 4 by 4. So from this point, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should stop over here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So exactly at this point. So your the last point of your triangle will be -3, -1. Okay, -3, -1. This one. Okay, -3, -1. Okay, now we have all the 3 points of the triangle. Let's connect the dots. Alright, so this is your new triangle after the rotation. Okay, this is your new triangle after the rotation with the point -0, 3, -3, -1 and -4, 3. Okay, this is your answer for B. Answer for B. Alright, now let's look at question 16. Okay, question 16, you have a Venn diagram over there. Okay, So x is an integer. The universal set is from 1 to 10. P is an even number. Q is a multiple of 5. Okay, Q is a multiple of 5 and it should be the universal set is already mentioned from 1 to 10 only. So multiple of 5, it could be 5, it could be 10. Okay, but when it comes to P is an even number. So even number, something that can divide by 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8. 10 is a even number as well and it's also a multiple of 5. So 10 should be at the center. Okay, now outside P and Q should be the numbers that is not even, not multiple of 5. So which is 1, 3, 7, 9. Okay, done. So just by doing this you get your 2 marks. Okay, let's look at question 17. The height of each of 200 people is measured. The table shows the result. Height, okay, they have the intervals of the height and also the frequency. Calculate an estimate of the mean height. Okay, when they asking for the estimate of mean height, okay, if we given the class interval and also the frequency, the formula will be you need to find the midpoint of the class interval and then you times with the frequency and you add up everything. Okay, find the sum of the midpoint and the frequencies. Midpoint, frequency, midpoint, frequency, midpoint, frequency, and finally divide by the sum of the frequency. Then by that you will get your mean height. Okay, let's do it together. Okay, first we have 100 and 120. So we need to find the midpoint of 100 and 120. So the midpoint will be 110. Okay, the frequency is 32. Okay, so you plus. Okay, second you have 120 and 130. The midpoint will be 125. Your frequency is 55. Plus, next you have 130 and 150. Your midpoint will be 140 and your frequency is 64. And lastly you have 150 and 190. Your midpoint will be 170 and a frequency of 49. Add everything and then you divide by the total frequency, which is 32 plus 55 plus 64 plus 49. You should get, when you plus everything together, this one you should get equals to 200 because they already mentioned is 200. Okay, so let's solve this together. So when you solve this together, you will get a total mean height of 138.43. Okay, alright. Let's move to question 18. Find the highest common factor HCF of 28x power to 5, 98x power to 3. Okay, so 28 and 98. Let's find the HCF of these two first. Okay, so 28 and 98. So if you divide, you can divide them by 2. So if you divide by 2, you should get 14 and this one is 49. Okay, and then you can divide them by 7. Okay, they have the same common factor 7. So 14 divided by 7 is 2. 49 divided by 7 is 2. So the HCF for 28 and 98 is 2 times 7, which is 14. Okay, now we have the coefficient x power to 5 and also x power to 3. So you can divide them by x power to 3. So you will left with x power to 2 and also 1. Okay, so the HCF is x power to 3. So we have here 14, here is x power to 3. So your answer is 14 x power to 3. Okay. Alright, let's move to question 19. The speed time graph shows information about a bus journey. Calculate the total distance traveled by the bus. Okay, so if you want to calculate the distance using a speed time graph, it's actually equals to the area under the graph. Okay, area under the graph. So how to find the area under the graph? Okay, initially we have a triangle, first shape, and then we have a rectangle over here. This is a rectangle and we have another triangle over here. So you find the area of the triangle, half times 20 times 15 plus area of rectangle 140 minus 20 times 15 plus area of triangle half times 190 minus 140 is 50 times 15. Okay, and then find the answer. So you will get an answer of 825 meter. Okay, 8 to 5 meter. Alright, question number 20. Calculate the area of triangle ABC. Okay, the formula to calculate the area of triangle is half AB sine C. Okay, so half AB is your length. Okay, you can take 4.9 and also 5.6, and sine C, this capital letter, is actually referring to the angle, which is 23, the opposite angle. Okay, alright, so your answer will be 5.36 centimeter square. Okay, this is the area of the triangle. Alright, question 21. Write down the value of h. Okay, you can see that the base are same. So if the base are same, you can make the power equal to each other. So this one is actually the root of 5. So root of 5 equals to 1 over 5. Okay, power to 1 over 5. 3 to the power of h. Because the base are same, you can cross them, and 1 over h is equals to, 1 over 5 is equals to h. Okay, your answer is 1 over 5. And then simplify 4x to the cube, and outside the bracket got another cube. So if the bracket outside the bracket got cube, right? So this cube you need to bring it together inside the term. So 4 cube x, 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, the power you can times 2 times each other, so it will become 4 to the power 4x to the power of 9. So 4 cube is actually equals to 4 times 4 times 4. So x power to the 9. So this is equals to 64 x power to the 9. So answer is 64 x power to the 9. Alright, let's move to the question number 22. Y is inversely proportional to the square of x plus 3. So y inversely proportional means 1 over to the square. Okay, most of the time students will forget to read the question properly. They will just ignore the square. Okay, make sure you read properly. They mention inversely proportional to the square of x plus 3. So it is a square. Alright, so when we make it as an equation, you will have a constant. Okay, so when x equals to 5, y equals to 0.375, this information is very important for us to find the constant value. So y 0.375, your k not sure, your x is 5. Okay, now you can find the value of k. Your k equals to 24. So your new equation is y equals to 24 over x plus 3 square. Okay, once you already have this equation, now okay, they just ask you to find y in terms of x, then yeah, you're done. Okay, your answer is 24 over x plus 3 square. That's it. Okay, let's go for question 23. On the axis, sketch the graph of y equals to cos x for 0 to 360. Okay, cos x graph. Cos will start from 1. Okay, and then go up until 360. So here should be -1, then here is 1. Okay, just readjust your graph so that the peak is -1 and also 1. Okay, how we know this is how the graph will be? Okay, so you can check using your calculator. Cos 0 is actually equals to 1. Cos 180 equals to, okay, cos 180 equals to -1, and cos 360 equals to +1. So this is how you get the graph over here. Okay, alright, solve the equation cos x equals to 0.294. Okay, cos x equals to 0.294 means, which means that your x equals to cos -1 0.294. Okay, so your x will be equals to, use your calculator to find the value of x, 0.294. So your x will be 72.90. Okay, but because they mentioned that x is in between 0 to 360, so which means that you need to find all the possible values of x. Okay, so a s t c, yes, So all science teachers cute. Okay, all science teachers cute. Alright, so x is 72.90. So x is actually, cos x is positive value, so you need to draw the lines in whichever is a positive value for cos. Okay, the first quadrant is a means all are positive. Okay, so here you draw a line, and then you can see that the last quadrant over here, right, is actually cos, which means that in this quadrant cos is positive, so you draw another line. So you won't take the second quadrant or the third quadrant, because in the second quadrant only sine is positive, in the third quadrant is only tangent is positive, which is not needed in this question. Okay, we just take the first and last quadrant. Okay, first quadrant 72.90, here also 72.90. Okay, now let's find the values of x. Okay, first value, yeah, of course 72.90, we already put the value over here, and then the second value will be over here, okay, which is 360. If you want to find the angle over here, okay, how to find the angle over here? 360 minus with 72.90. Okay, because we want to eliminate, okay, we don't want this value, ready, we just want the angle from this line, from the starting line until here. Okay, from the starting quadrant until here only. Okay, so 360 minus 72.90. Okay, that's how you get your second angle. So you will get your answer 287.10. Okay, you got both of your x value. Alright, done. Okay, now let's go for question 24. X square minus 16x plus a can be written in the form of x plus b square. Right, find the value of a and b. Okay, so it can be written in the form of x plus b square, which means that your factors are only one, which is negative b. Okay, your factors are negative b. So if your factors are negative b, okay, so negative 16x plus a, so factors are negative b, which means that a is actually negative b times negative b is a. So the negative 16 is negative b plus negative b equals to negative 16. So now can you find the value of b? Yes, obviously we can find the value of b. So negative b plus minus b is actually equals to negative 2b equals to negative 16. So your b is equals to 8. Okay, so if your b is equals to 8, what is your a value? Your a value is negative 8 times negative 8 equals to 64. A is positive 64. That's it. Okay students, so now we go to question 25. A bag contains 2 green buttons, 5 red buttons, 6 blue buttons. 2 buttons are taken at random from the bag without replacement. Okay, calculate the probability that the 2 buttons are different color. Okay, if the 2 buttons are different color, so the first probability will be when you want to take one button from that bag, okay, the first button, it can be green color. Okay, the second button, it can be either red or blue. Okay, it cannot be green again, because the question already mentioned calculate the probability that the 2 buttons are different colors. Okay, so let's say if you are taking green first, and then the second button are either red or blue. So green, we have 2 buttons over the total buttons are 2 plus 5 plus 6 equals to 13 buttons. So 2 out of 13. Okay, then the second time when you want to take the button, so you times, it can be either red or blue. So red you have 5, blue you have 6. So 11 out of, is it 13? No, it's 12. Because in the first case you already take out one green button. So the second case there is only 12 button left. Okay, so 2 over 13 times 11 over 12 equals to 11 over 78. Okay, this is the first case. Okay, now let's go for the second case. Okay, let's say instead of taking green button, now you are taking red button first, and then the second button could be green or blue. Okay, so red button we have 5 over 13 times green and blue buttons we have 6, 7, 8 buttons. Okay, 8 out of 12. Okay, so 5 over 13 times with 8 over 12 equals to 10 over 39. Okay, this is the second case. 10 over 39. Okay, the last case, okay, let's say you're taking blue button first, and then you can take either green or red. Okay, blue is 6 out of 13 times green or red is total 7 out of 12. Okay, so let's solve this. 6 over 13 times 7 over 12. It's equals to 7 over 26. Okay, there are 3 cases. Okay, so all these 3 cases are possible. So what we need to do, we need to plus the first case plus second case plus with the third case. Okay, let's solve this. Okay, so we get a probability of 2 over 3. Okay, this is the final answer. Okay, so the probability that the 2 buttons are different color is 2 over 3. Okay, let's go to the last question. A is the point 61, B is the point 27. Find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of AB. Okay, so if it is a perpendicular bisector, it means that, okay, if you have a line AB, the perpendicular bisector will cut the line AB right in the middle. Okay, so the distance from A to the perpendicular bisector and the distance from the perpendicular bisector to B will be equal. So if you want to find the coordinate over here, means you need to find the midpoint of A and B. Okay, let's find the midpoint A and B. Okay, midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. So it will be 6 plus 2 over 2, 1 plus 7 over 2. So your midpoint will be 4, 4. Okay, that is your midpoint, 4, 4. Okay, so if you want to find the equation of the perpendicular bisector in the form of y equals to mx plus c, you need to know the m, which is the gradient. Okay, we know that we can find the gradient of AB, right? Okay, if you find the gradient of AB, what will be the gradient of the perpendicular bisector? Okay, the formula is, okay, if you take the gradient of the line AB times with the gradient of the perpendicular bisector, you should get -1. Okay, so now let's find the gradient of AB. Okay, AB, the gradient will be y2 minus y1, 7 minus 1, x2 minus x1, 2 minus 6. So it will be 6 over -4, okay, which is equals to -3 over 2. If the gradient of AB is -3 over 2, okay, by using this formula over here, okay, you will know that the gradient of the perpendicular bisector is which is M2 is equals to 2 over 3. Okay. So now we have the gradient and also the coordinates of the perpendicular bisector. So can we find the equation? Yes. Okay, the equation is y equals to mx plus c. Y is 4, m is 2 over 3, x is 4. You can find your c value. Okay, c is the y-intercept. Okay, let's find the value of the c. Your c is 4 over 3. So which means your equation for the perpendicular bisector is y equals to 2 over 3 x plus 4 over 3. Okay. Alright. So this is the final answer.